I'm going to open the template for this assignment. We're going to use these 4 shapes. We're going to copy the circle, Command C, or right click, copy. You're going to want to do shortcut keys so it goes quicker. Let's click on the composition page 1 movement and do a Command V to paste or paste. I'm going to put that right in the middle just for now, because this is the initial sketch and want to recreate that in Keynote. Looking at this image, the placement of the middle circle is right in the middle of the paper, but we want to use a better layout, which maybe is a rule of thirds we're thinking about. So I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to put that circle right over here. So that's intersected with the rule of thirds. We have a line here, a line here, a line over here, and a line over here. That's our rule of thirds. So if we intersect this into 9 sections, this would be in almost the first quadrant. So let's put that shape right there. And then I'm going to do an Alt drag to duplicate that shape. Then I'm going to do a click and drag the corner, but I'm going to press the Shift, constrain it to a complete circle. Then I'm going to put no fill. I'm going to put a border of 3 points. I'm going to click on the border and drag it over here to the right. There we go. So now we have our design that we're making on the left, right here on the right here in the Keynote. Now if you select anything but the border, it won't select. So we're going to do an Alt drag to make another one of these, and then a Shift drag to make it bigger, and then drag this over here. There you go. So that seems to be a good layout so far, but what can we do to make it look a little more movement wise and challenging to our eyes? Let's move that over to the right a little bit, and then let's take this one and we're going to bring that over here like this. And then we're going to do an Alt drag, and then we're going to do a Shift drag on a corner, and then bring this down to the left. Well, down, right, hit left, go. You see what I'm doing. Alt drag again, I'm going to bring it down to the right bottom, and then click on this corner and press the Shift again to constrain. There we go. And then Alt drag again, and then click Shift. There we go. That's looking like there's some movement going on there. Now there's some lines in here, but they're rounded and we can't use the rounded. Not yet. Let's get the straight one here. Click on it, do Command C, then a Command V to paste. Now I want these lines to be as thin as these other ones, so I'm going to bring the line point down to 3 as the other ones are, and then I'm going to click on this right here and I'm going to drag it. I can move it around, see how that works, and then click on the middle of it and move it that way too. So that's one way, and then Alt drag, and then click and drag that, Alt drag, click and drag this down and move it in the middle. It might be too much. I want to do it that way, like this. You might want it to look like it's coming right from the middle of the circle. There we go. Drag it to the middle of the circle, and then drag it to where you want to drag it, and then Alt drag again. Let's bring this down and then bring that to the middle of the circle, and then we keep doing that until we're finished with what we like in our design. 2 more things. One is the shapes are going outside of the border, and number 2 is we want to save it as a PDF. First thing I would do is get the square. Let's copy that. Command C, Command V. I'm going to bring this up here to the top, drag it to the right. I'm going to bring it down just a little one more time so I'm almost over the border. Not on the border exactly. And then come over here to fill and fill with white. And then maybe click on it. Press the arrow up button once. There we go. That looks good. And then we can bring this down a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll do an alt drag. And we'll drag that over here. And then we'll bring it over here. Bring it over with your arrow key. Oh, there we go. And then drag that down. And arrow key to the right maybe once. There we go. And when we're done with all of our compositions, we'll save it. Command S to save. And then we'll save it as a PDF so we can submit it. File. Export to PDF. In our dialog box, we'll get image quality best. Click next. And then we'll name it last name, first name, project 2, and export. We'll see it on our desktop over here. Right click on it, open with Adobe Acrobat to see that it is a PDF now. And there we go. Composition 1, movement. Looks beautiful.